Travis Hunter just made it to the NFL, and the first play he called, marrying a girl who once said he's not even her type.
This is what happens when a man ignores every warning signs and treat a woman's past like it's not gonna be on repeat.
Wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
But wait, it gets worse. From wives who want side dudes to women getting kicked out with their kids and no plans to a 40-year-old still blaming men for their standards not working.
Evicted. I don't have nowhere.
That's not my problem, bro. You can find you somewhere else to go.
I done brought all my shit.
My son could come, but you can't come.
How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
I think I'm gonna pass on this date right here, and it's been a pleasure.
This ain't just delusion, it's a new dating norm. Buckle up, because what you're about to see, you couldn't make this up even if you tried. Let's get to it.
Travis Hunter just made it to the NFL, and the first play he called, marrying a girl who once said he's not even her type. Bruh, she said that out loud, on camera. And he still married her without a prenup and gave her a brand new G-Wagon on the wedding day. Love or simp behavior? Be honest. How long before she takes half and leaves him crying in his helmet?
Without a prenup, that's a whole different story. Now, I can see him staying with her because she stayed with him for 5 years, regardless of what they've been through, regardless of what she said. She was there. But now the prenup, he's just losing his mind. But this video gets worse. Watch the next one.
So I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
Well, first of all,
why do you even want to keep the side dude? Why don't you just divorce your husband and just move on to the side dude? This is what you call having your cake and eat it too. Now, watch what she says next.
first of all, he shouldn't. You need to change that convince word to manipulate.
Ooh.
We're not gonna play those games right now. You took a vow. You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were going to love this man in sickness and through health, for rich and for poor. You said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times where you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say that I'm going to have those conversations.
And this is why men are avoiding marriage, is because women don't want to keep their words. Watch what happens next.
I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to breach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well.
So she tried to get up there and brag like she had 2 dudes and a husband, trying to make herself look cool, but she just ended up embarrassing herself. And if you made it this far, hit that like button. We got more.
Who gonna tell me I got an attitude because I want a man that's 40 and up with no kids, and he got all these kids?
You do got an attitude.
Don't.
You do got an
No, I
attitude.
don't. No, I don't.
So
It ain't nothing wrong with me wanting a man with no kids so we can have kids.
you want a seasoned man. You want a seasoned man, 40 and up, with no children.
That's right.
Like,
that's right.
good luck
that's
with
right.
finding that, because
I will.
You wait
I
till
will.
but you
I
wait.
don't want no
So
man
wait a
with
minute.
a whole bunch of kids
So
already.
Sean, you wait till we get on the. So we get to this date. We've been talking for a week
I
on the
don't
phone.
care.
You didn't say nothing about no kids. Nothing
That's
like
why
that.
we on a date. We
Okay,
getting to
so
know
we on
each
a date.
other. Now,
First of all, girlie sound like she's already somebody's grandma, looking for a man 40 plus years old, good looking with his life together. He ain't looking for no old woman. He gonna be looking for a young tenderoni. Watch what happens next.
you know what I want.
Okay, and you recording? You how old and you recording?
That's right,
You
I'm
how
recording.
old and you recording
Because I
me?
want everybody to
You
see
recording me?
that this man calling me, telling me
You are.
that
You are.
I'm
You
tripping.
Are. You are.
just
You
because
are. You are.
my standards
You never,
is I
ever-
want a man
Yo,
that
the
don't
percentage
have no kids.
Everybody always want their standards, but nobody gets their standards. It's like when you're single, you have the highest standards. But when it comes to women, the delusion is so high. They always feel like they can start over with a whole new beginning. But men never ignore their past. Watch what happens.
Percentage of you finding a man with no kids, 40 and up, is super low.
No, it's not.
Good luck with that.
No, it's not.
Good luck
No,
with
it's
your
not.
journey.
No, it's
you
not.
wasted
No,
my
it's not.
time.
No,
and
you
ain't
wasted
gonna-
my
no,
time.
You wasted my time.
She wasted that brother time because she already know that he had kids. And plus, when you first recognize a woman's delusion, it's best to go ahead and walk away at the beginning instead of breadcrumbing it out. Now, the guy on the next date walks out because of this. Watch this video.
Seems like your mood has changed within the last 40 minutes of us sitting here. What's going on?
We've been getting along pretty well these last 3 days. It's our first date, and waiter or whoever he is, he tells us that it's going to be a 40-minute wait. I asked you, do you want to stay? You say yes. In a nutshell, you was on your phone, you was on your laptop, and I've been pulling at straws to get conversation from you, and it just put a bad taste in my mouth. And even when I tried to holler at you or speak to you, you put your finger up.
You mean to tell me that this man's on a date and all she's doing is just browsing through the phone? I would be upset too. Watch what happens next.
You don't think that was inconsiderate?
I mean, like, that's how I make my money.
You don't think the date started once we physically met one another in the parking lot? Or you think the date starts now?
I mean, like, it starts now because I'm done talking. I mean, I had to talk to a client. I thought maybe you might be a little understanding, maybe.
But you're supposed to be off work. At least warn the man that, hey, I have to talk to one of my clients, not just pick up your phone and laptop and start working and leave him there standing.
I understand you got this and that going on, but I think I'm going to pass on this date right here. And, you know, it's been a pleasure that you considered even to go out with me.
I would have walked out too. When a woman starts showing you that she's combative or that she has important main character traits, it's time for you to just go ahead and leave and move on. But watch what this baby mama does whenever she runs out of money.
Evicted. I don't have nowhere.
That's not my problem, bro. You can find you somewhere else to go.
Move in. I done brought all my shit.
My son can come, but you can't come.
I'm definitely coming. Are you kidding me?
Go to your man's house.
What is you doing me like this? You acting like you don't know who I am.
First of all, you guys have to understand, the most poisonous creatures in the wild exposes bright colors to warn their enemies to how toxic they are. I just thought I'll throw that in there.
I brought all my shit over here.
You got bags and shit, pillows. I don't give a fuck about that. Hey, take your ass to Salvation Army.
I don't have nowhere to go.
Go to the shelter. Go somewhere, but you can't be here. Get the step. What the move?
And now what if I sleep on this bed?
Hey, that's your problem. You better call your man.
I'm not going nowhere.
No.
Shit in my hand.
Hey, that's not my problem, bro. No. Yes, bye.
Do you think that he's wrong for kicking his baby mama out whenever she go broke and saying only the kid can stay? If she does have a man, she does have a boyfriend, or even somebody clapping the cheeks, she should go lay up with him. If you think so, get in the comments and let me know. But we ain't even halfway through the video. We got more. Hit that like button. This your first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's finish the video.
Well, there you go.
People are tired of dealing with niggas and nigga shit. Black fatigue is a collective tiredness that everyone in the country, especially in the United States, has for black people. People are tired of the ghetto-ness, the ratchetness, the loud behavior, the fighting, the arguing. They're tired of all that shit from black people. They're tired of black people using the race card to escape any kind of criticism or any kind of trouble at all. They're tired of the excuse from black people for why they can't do something is because, well, I'm black, and because of slavery, and because of racism, and because of a bunch of bullshit that does not affect them in reality. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is for black people to acknowledge that they have a problem. Our culture is a problem. The way that we handle ourselves and handle issues is a problem. Black people need to stop acting as if there is nothing wrong with us, that we are perfect and nothing can be done wrong by black people. We need to stop putting our faith and value in entertainers. They give us a poor representation, a poor image. We need to redefine the objectives and roles of both men and women within the black community. We need to put more value in education, not sports and not rapping, not dope dealing and doing bullshit. Our entire collective consciousness and focus needs to change if we want to do better.
This is definitely an emotional subject that people are talking about right now and it's trending. Black fatigue. Get in the comments and let me know what you think about black fatigue. Are you getting tired of it? Does it really exist? Or is this just people bored and coming up with things? But watch the next video.
I feel like nobody talks about how hard it is to be a single mom, but then also to be a single mom with no village.
This is the part that I don't understand about single mothers, especially single mothers who have never been married. You know that there's a chance of you getting pregnant. You know that you have to carry the baby. You know you have to give birth to the baby. You know no matter how it goes down, you will be responsible for the baby. How come you're never responsible before you start spreading your legs? Then after you spread your legs, you want to cry whenever things get hard. You have to understand you are 100% responsible. People don't have to feel sorry for you because you're the one that's busting it open. You're the one that's in control of it. The child didn't even ask to be here. The child is here for your personal preferences, so you have something to love. That's what a lot of these single mothers have to be accountable to, is that you make the decision if you're going to have it or not. But watch what she says next.
And I feel like single moms just get, the short end of the stick because, a lot of times people want to look at them like, oh, you don't know what this person left, Me personally, I left abuse, manipulation, controlling situations, toxic environments, just so much stuff.
And the sad part about it is the same thing that makes her cry is the same thing that makes her stay. Because studies have shown that even when women are given a perfect husband, a perfect world, they're not satisfied. But when they're in dramatic situations, they would literally leave one dramatic situation, complain about it, and get right back into a whole nother dramatic situations. They prefer to be in dramatic relationships, and they feel more depressed being in a structured one. Watch what she says next.
And it's like, I tried to make it work. I tried to forgive and say, oh, no one's perfect. But at the end of the day, this was not an example for my son.
I'm not ashamed of.
None of it is a good example for your son. The simple fact that you and 90% of other black women keep making the same mistakes, keep complaining about the same type of dude, but still continue to sleep with them is mental illness. That's what everybody on the outside sees. Get in the comments to let me know if you agree. And this next girl up here, listen to what this dodo head says.
My 3 kids, and if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids.
Or you could have gotten married and had 3 children by your husband.
Exactly. Whenever you become a baby mother, now everything is all about the kids. I love my kids. The kids. The kids are the crutch because of kids. The kids are your excuses to being a failure. This is biscuit heads always have children to cover up the fact that they're going to be a loser. You ever notice that? We got more.
Here's your half.
Why? Why can't I have that half?
Okay, here.
But why did you want to give me that to begin with?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's literally the same sandwich cut in half.
But why didn't you want to give me that one first?
I don't care which one you want. Here, you want this one? Take it.
No, I want that one now. Blaze!
Which one you want now? It's the same thing.
Never mind, I don't want anything.
I would have did the same thing, bro. Drive off. Men, you have to get to the point where when women start playing these mind games, just ignore it and do what you want and let them play with each other.
People think shit is a joke and they think it's cool to play with your feelings and play with your emotions and shit. And then when you spaz out, everybody want to look at you like you so pretty. I ain't did nothing but being loyal to you, held you down. You were just in a whole situation, couldn't call on your home girls.
This is why I tell dudes, the same thing that makes her cry is the same thing that makes her stay. Everybody wants to save the woman that they like. They want to be the problem solver, but they enjoy being with the problem.
I came into that shit blindfolded, gave you everything, laid it all out, changed my whole situation for you. But you done dogged me because you want that get back because you a dirty slut. You ain't never been loyal. You don't know what loyalty is. Want to know why? Because you was raised off of bullshit.
You ever notice that women run to the studs to get over the guy that did them wrong, but they end up in a relationship with a stud who is disguised as the dude that hurt them. The studs always turn into a thug. They get a whole bunch of tattoos. They look like a thug dude. They look like the type of dude that's going to hurt her that she's running away from. You ever notice that? Studs never say, man, I'm gonna turn into a lawyer. I'm gonna look like a doctor every day. I'm gonna look like a businessman every day. They don't. Studs turn into gangster looking dudes.
That's why you fuck for real, for real. You don't know what love is. I swear to God, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do, yo. You saying this not you, but you did it. You did it. You did it. With your ungrateful, unappreciative, all you do is sit around and I was gone for a whole week at the crib. You sitting up there off of work. You ain't wash a dish. You ain't do shit. Sitting up there not doing nothing. Friday come around, I'm back off of school. I'm washing the dishes and shit. But I'm sitting up here kicking out all my money, giving every little dime I make to you and still making a way though. Still doing shit for you.
How mad he is and everything that the stud did, what that means? That means that the kitty cat is good.
Getting your nails done, paying bills.
Came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO, executive and all that. And she like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all is the grown-up versions of the niggas that got hurt in high school while we was out for the dealers. Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible decisions.
Did you hear what she said? We played you so that we could have tons of sex with the cool guys. Now years later, they have multiple children by multiple men. And now that we've done very well for ourselves, we think that we're too good for them. Yeah, we do. I'm back to the streets with you.
Ladies, you got to start making it make sense, because if you went out there, you done piled on the luggage, you done piled on the garbage, you got all the traumatized situation, ex-boyfriends, the chances of somebody walking into your life to compensate for that is going to be slim to none. I can almost guarantee it, especially from a woman that don't know how to cook and clean or be supportive to a good man. Most of y'all are designed for the type of guy that you're with. Like, that's what you qualify for, is the dude that's going to treat you a certain way. You just don't see it until it's too late.
Would you rather be trapped in the forest with a black man or a bear?
Bear.
Why the bear?
Safer.
Huh?
Really?
Than all men, yeah.
Why would you say that?
Safer.
Y'all don't think something's mentally ill with B-dubs? Like, the sassy B-dub never gets married, ends up with a bunch of kids, whole style is just fake. Pretty. These girls can actually pull it off, even though they got a lot of masculine features, but at the end of the day, man, something is mentally ill with the B-dubs, bro. Like, I'm talking like outside of the TikTok and YouTube world. Like, in the real world, something's wrong, bro.
Safer. Okay, so you would choose the bear over a man?
Yeah, any man. Any color man.
The women that can't get a man, is always man versus woman, no matter what. This is why you see so many 40, 50-year-old black women single and alone, and all they have to show is things that they can buy, but you're not making anybody jealous. That's the whole point. Go ahead and hit that like button. We still got one more.
If you were to die, would I remarry? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No. I don't want you to die. I'm not going to get a girlfriend. I'm never going to get remarried. You're the love of my life, and that's that. And if you leave, then I'm going to be alone. If I die, would you remarry?
Probably.
What?
I have gender skin color dysphoria.
Yep.
I am a white lesbian trapped in a black man's body. I'm 6 months pregnant and I love my husband, but the LGBTQ community won't accept me. And they tell me you could be what you want to be.
That man is speaking facts, and if you agree, go ahead and hit that like button. Definitely share the video. This your first time watching, hit that subscribe button, and definitely go down into the description, watch more of my videos of men walking out. Yesterday's video is doing good. The day before that is doing good. We made some changes, and we got some fly videos. Go check them out, and I'll see you on the next video.